So you're one of the chief volunteers for the Choice organisation in Cambodia, helping underprivileged children who don't have access to food or education or safe shelter. And you're saying every time you get a write-up or publicity about your organisation, you get people with their own motivated self-interest trying to capitalise on the publicity. For example, like tuk-tuk drivers or hotels trying to increase their bookings into the hotel so they can organise a tour for people to come out and have a look. And your concern is that the kids here, they don't want to be like in a zoo, like with all the tourists coming out looking at them. So what's your solution what's your dream to get money coming in without protecting the kids' privacy?
Well, if we could, we'd like to get corporate sponsorship. At the moment, we raise our money, and it's quite considerable. It's getting close to 100,000 a year that we need. We need corporate sponsors, big companies.
Like BHP, those kind of companies?
We've written to Gina Reinhardt, we didn't get an answer. But we've written to other organisations, and I guess they're already doing charity donations. But we pride ourselves on our transparency. We have lots of expats helping us. No one who's an expat gets a salary. No one gets any remuneration. You don't get money back. If you're using your phone or your internet to do work for Choice, you don't get any compensation. That's considered to be a donation. Most of our volunteers do donate. Richard's looking after one family. I'm always dipping into my pocket. So it's completely the opposite. We pay our Khmer staff. We've got 20 staff. That's costing us $2,000 a month. All of this, if we could get corporate sponsorship, then I could eliminate the number of volunteers. We don't want to make it a zoo. We want to keep the people the way we found them. We don't want what's going on in Phnom Penh to happen out here. We don't want people...
So when you say what's going on in Phnom Penh, what do you mean by that?
Well, people who aren't poor, begging, kids on the street trying to get money off foreigners. They're not poor. We don't want that to happen out at the village. So we don't want anyone, like if an organisation, a hotel was to come out here with tourists, they've got no guide, no one to give them any advice. They might bring one bag of rice and just say, well, what will I do with one bag of rice? I'll give it to this family here. They're standing close by me. So you create a whole lot of jealousies. Then you've got other people who will be handing out cash. So then, the villagers will very quickly change and run up to all visitors and ask them for money. We don't want that to happen. We don't want this.
The best way people can help is if they give money through PayPal to the organisation, which is Choice, which they can find on your website. Your website, they can go to that website and they can make a donation. And that way the money goes to the right people and it's distributed without jealousy and protecting the children's privacy. That's the best way to do it.
We know what to do. We've been doing this for a long time. We do it the right way. The villages are exactly as we found them. We know who needs more help than others. We can do this. We provide medical care, so we provide formula milk to some mothers that can't breastfeed. We keep children and families together. We don't agree with the orphanage policy that runs here. We believe in keeping the family together, and we know how to do that. So.
That's fantastic. And tell me, this truck here that I'm looking at, this is how you deliver the water, is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. We also pick up the children in the truck and take them to school. Our priority is Khmer education, #1. So the children weren't going to school before, so the reason for that being lack of transport to get them to school. So primarily we want them to go to government school, we pick them up, take them to government school. If they want to come to the Choice Centre and do vocational training, then they can walk from the school to the Choice Centre. We provide them with lunch and then we'll take them home at the end of the day.
Yeah, a key part of what you do is providing transportation, isn't it? Providing kids transport to and fro schools because the schools are free. And the same with the hospitals too, isn't that right?
Yes.
Because the hospitals, they get free care. They just have to pay for the actual, is it the bill, the drugs or something, the medications?
We pay for medicine, for transport and for food. not many people in Cambodia have a poverty card, but some of our villages have poverty cards. This is a card issued to the extreme poor. So our people are at that level. They are the extreme poor. So in theory, they're supposed to receive free medical procedures. This doesn't always happen. It depends on which hospital and which doctor they see. The doctor might still demand money. So this is where we come in. If they are demanding money, we'll try and do a deal and try and get a cheap operation.
Is it the government policy to provide free medical care? Is that a government policy?
It's not as far as there are government hospitals that provide free care, but the bulk of or the ones we're working with, the bulk of them are private NGOs. Bopa Hospital, Children's Surgical Centre, they're the main ones we deal with. But the government do a good job. They do provide free education for the children and some free medical procedures for some children and adults.
Truck Ross?
Yeah, well, it hasn't had an accident. This hasn't been put here yet. They've been doing a grease and oil change. This is like a tilt cabin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it does come down further. Which no doubt.
So this is the water, is it, in the back, this blue container?
This is the water. The truck was donated to us by Choice Family Germany. Made in China. It's FAW, I think, First Automobile Works. We've had it for about 2 months now. So far it's been excellent. The cost of the truck.
So who donated? Was it Germany, was it?
Yes, Choice Family Germany.
So you have an outlet in Germany as well, do you?
It's a sister organisation. They're independent to us, but they only work with us. So they're registered and they have their own website.
And people give money to them as well?
Yes.
What are they called? Choice Germany or?
Choice Family Germany.
Choice Family Germany. Okay.
So we have a little Choice Family. We've also got Choice Family Singapore. They send us about $750 a month towards feeding the kids. Our food bill is $1,000 a month. So 3/4 of that is coming from Choice Family Singapore.
Well, so you have a total of two sister organisations, is that right?
We'd love to have a Choice Family Australia. I did send an email off recently to a friend in Australia to see if he could register Choice Family Australia. I haven't heard back from him.
Okay.
But it'd be great if we had a Choice Family Australia. Reason being, some people only want to donate small amounts of money, and it's not practical to do that via PayPal. But if we've got Choice Family Australia, we can have a bank account in Australia.
People could put $5 or $10.
Yes, people could donate $5 out of their pay every payday into the bank, direct debit, and all those money put together, which we can use, for example, say with Project 365 for the education for the scholarships. It's all about money. We need more money. It's very hard trying to gather the money together when we're relying on tourists and small people doing small fundraisers for us. We can't budget for the following year because they might be only able to do it the one time. My family is sick of buying silk scarves. I take silk scarves home and sell them. They don't want to see any more silk scarves because they've got 20 silk scarves each. So
it's too much.
Your source of selling dries up after a while when you're just a small fundraiser. Whereas if we could get the corporate fundraising, they can put it in their annual report that they're a great company doing da-da-da, and they're more than willing to have access to all our bookwork, come over and visit.
You're completely transparent,
Completely transparent. I believe that we are the most transparent organisation in Cambodia. You only have to look at our website to see that every online donation or bank donation is accredited with their name, their country and the amount of their donation. If they're here locally, travelling, they get a receipt. They come out, they see where the money goes anyway, so the people that are here know that it's being put to good use. oftentimes someone might say to me, look, I don't want to give you any money, but is there anything I can buy? And I say, yeah, well, buy us a couple of hundred exercise books.
Yeah.
Or buy us, a big
Some
stack.
crayons or some paper.
Yeah, a big stack of A4 paper. I mean, you've just been helping me cut some up. We're using recycled paper because we can't afford to buy, A4 all the time.
Yeah.
Even though things are cheap here, when you're buying such large quantities, it becomes expensive.
Oh, it all adds up.
You look at our salaries for the staff. 20 staff, $2,000 a month. So the average there is $100 per staff member.
Yeah, but the volunteers don't get paid a cent, right?
No.
This is only to actually pay the people in the sewing machines and for your education programs and all that sort of stuff, isn't it?
Yeah. And when you look at when you're looking at staff salaries, you say $100 a month. Geez, that's not much. But when you've got 20, that's $2,000 a month.
Yeah.
It's pretty hard to get when you're relying on tourists.
Yeah. All right, thanks, Ross. That's true.